Alright guys, welcome to my channel. Today I'm gonna show you how to do a method-led carp feeder to catch carps. So this is a 5 ounce, 4 ounce, 3 ounce, 2 ounce, 1 ounce, and with 0. So in my experience, the 2 ounce works better than anything. I haven't tried the 5 ounce or the 4 ounce yet. These work, but not as well as having a weight on it. In my experience, when the carp grabs this, it doesn't have weight in order to hook the hook. Sometimes even runs with it and it still doesn't get hooked, but you do get a pretty good rate of getting carps with no weight. But when one of these, once they're trying to bite the hook or sucking in the hook, they try to run away, the weight alone sets the hook. Every time a carp is fitting on one of these with the weight, I'll always hook it. Always hooks himself. I never try to yank it or anything to hook it. It always hooks themselves. So I'm excited to try these bigger ones, the 5 ounces ones. So the stuff you're gonna need to do one, obviously wire. Any wire will work. This is regular wire. It's really soft and to bend it and everything. But I recommend to use galvanized wire because this gets rusted right away. But it doesn't matter. This is just to hold the food. So this, you grab a piece of whatever bait you're using, squeeze it into this, and this is just to hold it. I put a swivel on the bottom and a swivel on the top. And any one can be your end. So I usually just put 2 hooks. And the hooks that I put, I make sure when the hooks are not long enough to get tangled over here. So they have to be long enough, but not long enough to hit over here, because when you toss it, it can get hooked over here and you're never gonna get a bite. So that's how I rig mine. And I only use 2 hooks. More than 2 hooks, I think it's overkill then, and they get tangled all over the place. And then what I like to use, I don't have one to show you guys. I like to use a 3-way swivel. This is a 1-way swivel because I don't have the 3-way swivel. But a 3-way swivel has 2 little loops on the bottom like a Y, and then it separates the hooks. But a regular swivel will work. So stuff that you're gonna need is a wire, pliers, one to cut and one to make it into a little cage, the other one. And obviously you can need a weight, an egg sinker. You're gonna need some sort of a screwdriver or a nail will work to make the little loop on top, to make these little loops right here, this loop right here, and then something to twist your wire on it so you can make the little cage. And I have the swivels right here. These are very small swivels, but I think they will do. So all I do, I used to use a broomstick, but I have this right now to use. So I'm gonna use this is a mechanical dice. I don't know what you call them. I just make a couple of turns. You can make them as big or as small as you want them. And like I said, let's prefer if you guys use galvanized wire, but it doesn't matter. And you can even use it as round. I like to shape them into like a little egg, but you don't have to shape them. You can literally just use the square or whatever. But I like to make the little egg shape. So I'm just gonna start shaping it now. What I'm doing is trying to create a little loop so I can press the wire. Is gonna go through it. And like I said, I like to make it into a little round case, so I start molding it, but you don't have to, you know. I just push the sides little by little. It starts to create the egg shape or oval shape. I don't know what you call it. So the little nose pliers help, so I can stick them in there, and these regular ones help me to clamp the sides. My nephews are singing in the back. They're very joyful. They're very joyful kids. They're so excited to see the new Sonic movie. Me too, as well. So today I'm making quite a bit of these because I'm over here working at Fort Irwin Military Base, and I'm next to well, I'm not next to it, but I'm 2 hours away from Lake Paris, and they have giant carps right there, dudes. I'm from Fresno, but I'm working over here, and I'm gonna go give it a try. I went to fish to Lake Elsinore about a week ago, and I caught a bunch. But man, that lake water is like murky green, dude. I don't think nothing is eatable from right there. But I know they have some decent, I don't know what they call them. They're stripers, but they're hybrid stripers. I don't know what they are exactly, but I want to try to go fish Lake Elsinore for the stripers. But right now, I'm so excited to go to fish at Lake Paris, and they even have like 2-pounder to 3-pounders bluegills. I didn't know that, man. Those things are, I thought those things were over there by the bayou only, and I don't know where they are, but those things are huge. I have a license for 2 rods, so I'm gonna try to do a bluegill rod and a carp. If I catch a bluegill, I'm gonna probably eat it on the spot. I'm gonna take my pan and my little thing. But right now, they're having a fire over here, everywhere over here. I don't know if a bomb started a fire or who started a fire, but there's fires going on right here. I don't know if they're gonna let me in. So that's basically the shape that I make. So now I'm just gonna get a piece of wire, and just measure how long I want it. So I say that's about a good size. Cut my wire. So this is where you need either your nail or whatever you're gonna use. So all I do is just put a loop on it. Like I said, you don't even have to do it so fancy. But hey, if you're gonna do it right. So you squeeze it, and it'll create a loop. This is how it looks like. Take your screwdriver out, and it leaves you with a nice loop. So now all I have to do is just, like I said, these are small swivels, but hey, that's all I got right now. Run it through the other loop. Now you're left with something like this. So now at this point, you grab your little cage, open it up from the middle, put your egg sinker. I believe this is a 3-ounce sinker, but you don't have to do a 3 egg. You can do whatever size you want. So now I'm just gonna stick the wire through here and then put it through the little loop and through the little hole of this egg sinker and bring it through the other side. Then I left the bend on the front, so you make sure it's straight so it can go through. And these things, go check out my videos if you guys don't think they work. I use them all the time. People think that they're not gonna work because it's soft wire, but they work, man. I catch some giant carps. Well, not some giant, but some decent carps. So all I do now is just clamp that together to make a little loop so it can hold his place. Make sure you tighten it real good. Put some good pressure. So the loop stays now there. And then you have the little thing right here, the little extra wire. Just give it a little turn backwards, so if that gets loosened up, it won't be able to pass. It won't be able to pass up no more. So at this point, you can stretch this thing. You can either leave it that small, or you can stretch as much as you want to make it a bigger cage. So I think I'm gonna make some big cage because these are big carps. Look up Lake Paris. So we're left with that. So that is gonna be my height. So I'll just put a little curve on it right there, like that, just to check. Then I just cramp it down, all the way down, and then go ahead and grab my other swivel, put it in there, give it a twist, and then now you bring your screwdriver again. But I'm gonna go ahead and cut it before to length. Cut another piece. Yeah, that's about right. Now just put the screwdriver in, like so. Then I'll just give it another pinch. Kind of difficult to do it with the camera, but you guys get the idea. So it lifts me out with another loop. You don't even have to use the swivels, but I'm afraid of pinching it with the pliers here and there. It's gonna rip my wire. It's gonna create some grooves or whatever, some sharp edges, and I don't want to risk it at all. So especially when you get a good size decent carp and your line breaks, oh my god, I throw a fit. Sometimes you wait about 2 to 3 hours to get a bite, and because you're not doing it right, and your fish is gone, and you regret it the whole way home. Especially it's the only bite you get through the whole day. So the same thing, I try to wrap it. So this little loop, it wraps around here, and it creates like a barrier for it to go up. It's wire, so I don't think a carp can pull it. Well, I have never had a carp pull it, out of it. People had another YouTube channel, but I lost it, so because somebody made it for me, and they lost all the information. But this new channel, I made everything by I made the channel by my own, and I have saved all the information. So see, it doesn't go nowhere. So this is how it looks like after I wrap it around. And then again, for safety measures, this little extra piece that I have right here, I turn it upwards just in case it goes out. So as you can see, if I can focus, this thing won't be able to pass this little section right here. So if this thing fails, and if this thing slips, this thing will catch right here. So this is what it looks like, guys. Already done. This thing is going nowhere. I use them all the time. Just make sure it's legal where you're using them. I'm pretty sure you're not gonna. It's not legal in California. I'm not sure, you know, but I use them. I guess I'll let you guys know when I get a ticket or something. So, like I said, any side can be your. This can be your bottom or your top, or the top can be your bottom or your top. It doesn't matter. And then I put 2 hooks on the bottom. Make sure when you guys do the hooks, I just don't want to put the hooks because it takes me forever to put the hooks and the video will be too long. So just make sure when you put the hooks, they won't pass this section. So make sure your hooks are about this. Anything longer, the hooks will go all over the place. They'll hook up here, and then you will never get a bite. So that's what I learned. So all those ones, they even sell them on Amazon, but like I said, they have like a bunch of hooks and all that. It doesn't matter how many hooks it has. If they get all tangled, it's not gonna work. So if you guys got any questions, let me know. And check out my videos. The carps I've been catching. Lately I haven't caught a big one, but decent ones enough to give me a good challenge and a little good fight. I don't need them. I usually give them, every carp that I get, I usually give them to my dogs. If not, I just release them on the spot. People tell me to kill them because they are invasive. I can't even say that word, invasive species. But hey, everybody has a right to live. So yeah, give me a like if you guys like the video, man. I hope this was any informational for you guys. Thank you. See you on my Paris fishing trip.